here at Rita Marie's, and I am with Michelle, who you started here as Rita Marie's opened 10 days ago, and you have been in diners for a long time, you said.
Yes.
How long have you been doing diners?
Since I was 12.
Since you were 12, and we won't say how many years that is, but it's been a few years. You've been working diners. Now, that makes you a really good get for a new diner opening up. Now, do you live in the New Bedford area? Have you lived here?
I do. I live right down the street.
So yeah, that's right. In fact, we did our broadcast from your grandfather's table, which we very much appreciate.
Yeah,
you using it. And you mentioned there were a lot of poker games on that table over the years.
Many poker games.
Now, what is the secret to a good diner? Because a lot of people have this idea that they are going to open up a business. Now, obviously, Rita Marie's, you have a professional chef. We just tasted the wing sauce. And guys, that wing sauce is incredible. She had brought us over to. I presume you're going to be serving that wing sauce here.
Wing sauce, absolutely. Let me get it for you.
You got to come and have. That's the sauce.
This is the special spanky sauce that we serve.
And I cannot. It's got this little sweet flavor with a tiny tang after you taste it. And as we said, the chef used to cook for people like Steven Tyler. Apparently, this is Steven Tyler's favorite. But anyways, what is the secret? Other than having a kick-ass wing sauce, what is the secret to a successful diner?
Number one, the staff has to be very outgoing. You have to be very friendly with your customers. Number one. The food has to be amazing to beat out anyone else, which we do. Our menu is phenomenal. All the diners I've ever worked at, which are very many, I won't name them, but when you order a hamburger, it's usually what we call a hockey puck goes onto the grill, which is a frozen patty. Over here, he weighs them out and he hand makes them, every hamburger that you get from here. Everything is handmade here. Also, when it comes to diner food, people like that diner food. They like homemade things that, your grandmother used to make. The meatloaves, the meat pies, the shepherd pies, like desserts, like rice pudding, simple things. The simple things are what bring people to a diner. That's what I've learned over the years.
If you wanted complicated things, they would go to a bigger restaurant.
That's right.
Is that the mistake that diners come and go, ownership comes and goes. There's a few diners in Fitchburg where I live where the owners have been the same owners forever, and others where the owners just are constantly rotating because people are failing. Is that the mistake? People try and get too complicated in a diner? Or?
Absolutely, and a diner should be at a reasonable price because it brings people that can't really afford to go to that great dining, but the great dining of the food will come to them with a cheaper price. Like our new logo, it's our new logo. We're going to be making T-shirts. It's going to say Rita Marie's on the Peninsula, South End of New Bedford, and we haven't picked our logo yet. We think it's going to be woody, and it's going to say where the food doesn't cost a lot of clams.
That's good. That's a nice little slogan.
Because, we keep it at a reasonable price for a family to come out and eat nowadays. That won't break your budget to take your family out.
And these days, money is very tight. Now, again, you mentioned the idea of trying to get too complicated with the food. Are there other mistakes that some diners will make that you've seen over the years? Things that people, if I was saying to you, I'm thinking of opening a diner, what are the 3 things I should not do?
Certainly not buy food from other places and present it as your own. I've seen that happen.
Seriously?
Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yes. Yes. Wow. Purchase something somewhere else, bring it to your diner, and then jack up the price and state you make it. No, you don't do that.
Well, that's amazing.
We don't do that here.
No, but I'm saying that's one of the other mistakes that a person opening a diner that you've seen people make in diners.
Diners they're quaint. People like to come into a diner and they like to feel like they're at home. They're at their grandmother's table, which means that, like Tom and Dan, they interact with their customers in a friendly manner. Where some diners, they don't. It's just the wait staff. They don't bother to come out and introduce themselves. And another great thing here is the grill's right there. So whatever you're seeing, being prepared, it's right there in front of your face. It's not in the back. It's right here, right out in the open.
That is a thing. I like, when I'm at a diner, I very much like being able to watch things being cooked. Because if you can see it's being cooked, you see how it's being cooked, you know that there's nothing funky going on.
No, nothing. Absolutely nothing.
All right, well, and again, the hours of Rita Marie's for people who want to come down here and get stuff.
Monday through Thursday, we're open at 6 a.m. until 3 p.m. Friday, we're open from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. with fish fry. We do fish and chips, award-winning clam chowder 4 years in a row in Boston, Mass. Clam chowder is amazing. It's the best I've ever tasted, and I live in New England. The best I've ever tasted. It's like the minute it hits your lips, all you can taste is clams, and that's all you see is clams. It's more clams than potatoes. Then Saturday we open at 7 and we close at 8, and then Sunday at 7 until 2 in the afternoon.
Yeah, I imagine that. So you're 7 days a week. Try the clam chowder. Got to try this wing sauce. Like I said, this wing sauce. I just had a little
Spanky
taste.
sauce.
Spanky sauce, as they call it. There's a real cool flavor to it. And of course, make sure you meet Michelle, who has been doing diners for years and knows how to take care of a customer. Michelle, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for being here.
All right.
Bye-bye.